two people out there that could be starting an incredible motorsport career and really taking that next step.
What I wanted to do was take them out of their comfort zone, because now it throws them in the deep end. They shouldn't be here if they're not taking it seriously.
The drive-in ROKiT Ratio 4 for next year is worth £450,000.
Looks once again to the inside and commits to it on the inside into one for that is Grove never really.
Those sort of opportunities don't come around all too often, unfortunately.
Missed out by 1,000th of a second.
I just threw away my entire future.
Never wanted something so much for him in my entire life. He needs this because it's the only thing he has.
We are here in the broadcast center in Kemptal in Switzerland.
The purpose of race control is to have as clean as possible racing.
As we get underway for one final time, as they're all away nice and clean. Oh, there's been a bit of contact, he's already been sent around in the background.
The latest esports and the simulators you can actually have in your own home are becoming so real that it's not a bad place to start. Formula 4 is the starting point to get you on the ladder towards Formula 1.
We're seeing superstars being made for the future. It's incredible.
Previously on Racing Star, we saw our young competitors going head-to-head in qualifying.
Oh, Chloe Grant rejoining straight into Monica Bolton-Ramus.
Now, it's time to race.
So we're here at Bolton University for the finals of the ROKiT Racing Star Formula 4 Esports Competition UK. Things are about to get underway and very heated indeed.
I never thought I would get this far, like let alone to the final, but winning the prize would honestly be like, I can't even imagine it. It would just be like mind-blowing. But
It's fantastic on so many different fronts. Like a lot of these kids being in very senior motorsport, you know, and they'll be reflecting back on the day they were here in Bolton in this final.
I think everyone's got a good chance still, because you know there's going to be a lot of fighting.
It's come to the top 8 and it's just going to be ridiculously close.
Stressed, nervous, obviously, like anyone would be.
I just want to get it over and done with, really. It's making me more nervous waiting, but I think once I get in the car I'll be fine.
I've settled down a bit now after what she did yesterday with a car that didn't fit her properly. And she's consistent, so you can put one lap time in quick, but can you put 20? She can.
They will go into battle with 2 races for the boys and 2 for the girls. And at the end of the day, we will have our 2 winners who will claim the massive prize, a fully paid drive in the 2023 British Formula 4 Championship.
It's almost as if we're actually racing as we did in Formula 1. You know, where you've got the week to bring everything in, preparing it, your crews arrive, your teams arrive, we've assembled the cars, we've done the garages. You know, yesterday we did the practice sessions, we did the pre-qualifying, and it's just building up all the time. But, you know, we think of it as esports, we think of it as a virtual program. It's anything but. It's exactly, from our point of view, the same as running a Formula 1 weekend.
First up, it's race 1 for the girls.
Well, let's take a look at the grid. Ella Wrigley will start from the final position in 7th place. 6th place will be Charlotte Bell on the 3rd row of the grid. Jasmine Shaw struggled a bit in qualifying and she'll be starting from 5th. Chloe Grant picked up a 2-place penalty for a crash in qualifying, so starts from 4th. What could she do from there? Macy Hitter, a 2-time winner in the online competition, will start from 3rd. And then it's to the front row. 2nd place for Monica Bolton-Ramus. And then it's the surprise package so far. Jessica White will start from pole. The black car of Jess White is away well. Monica Bolton-Ramis does have that start. So does Macy Hitter, who might well look to the inside coming into Paddock Hill. But that second phase, the start from Jess White was good enough to at least hang on to second. And Monica Bolton-Ramis doing exactly as she said. She takes the lead on the run down towards Druids Corner for the first time. A bit of side-by-side in the background. I think that was Ella Ridley. That's a big dive bomb though, a bit deep. Chloe Grant's coming through. There's contact up in the background, and Chloe Grant's up in third.
But look at this, Chloe Grant already looking up the inside, actually coming up back into that second place, which she did get in the qualifying session before she lost it through a penalty up past Jess White. Jess White already down 2 places with Macy Hitter following behind.
Yeah, onto the Hawthorne straight, and they're going to remain side by side towards Hawthorne's corner as a slow exit from Chloe Grant. And this is Jess White's opportunity to repass through the orange car in the background of Macy Hitter's just staring again. White and black inside, little bit of contact between the two. Macy Hitter's going to come through, and also Emma Wrigley, second place on the grids, comes through into third.
That's why keeping it clean is very good. Chloe Grant goes down to last place, 7th place. That's a lot of work to come back from. Monica Bolton-Ramis leading the way, but Chloe Grant getting past Jazz Shaw on the inside. Angie Holder though, bit of contact between the two coming into Paddock Hill Bend. Jazz Shaw just getting bumped a little bit wide. It's actually Chloe Grant who goes off into the gravel.
Spin as well as Macy Hitter. That was Macy Hitter, second place on the grid, and that has promoted Chloe Grant into third.
Chloe Grant now is starting to come back at Jess White, so she's definitely got the speed still.
Jess White just about holding on to second position now. The black car of Jess White, the white car of Chloe Grant. Later Apex, a little bit too wide there from Jess White once again, heading into Westfield Bend. The pressure's really there, really closing in. Oh, and Chloe Grant's made contact. Chloe Grant has tapped the rear end of Jess White, and I have not seen a slam dunk penalty more so at this competition than that. For Chloe Grant, that is surely done. Final corners beckon for Monica Bolton-Ramis, who took 3 victories in the online competition on her road to the final, and now she's got one more corner to tick off, and we'll see the smile as the first race here at Brands Hatch GP in our season finale of the Rocket Racing Star Formula 4 Esports Competition UK goes to Monica Bolton-Ramis. There's the smiles, there's the cheers, and rightfully so. Bravo.
I didn't really have to overtake many people, but yeah, it was run. I got more nervous at the end because I didn't want to spin right at the end, but yeah, I just kept it slow and calm.
She's done a really good job. Only halfway. Some of the other drivers had difficult sessions, and that can happen to you as well, so we just keep going.
Well, we're getting words from Race Control that both drivers, Chloe Grant and Jessica White, both receive 5-second time penalties. Jessica White for reckless driving and Chloe Grant for the obvious incident, which means that nothing happens. They both stay in the same order, which does mean that Chloe Grant then does actually hang on to second position.
When emotions are running high, it's important for Race Control to be impartial. And all this is done live out of the Racing Unleashed HQ in Switzerland.
The purpose of race control is to have as clean as possible racing. So what we're doing is we're looking into incidents, proactive, but we're also giving the drivers the possibility to, report incidents. So if they're seeing other drivers leave the track, if they see other drivers kind of hit them, or they can also report back to race control. And the whole purpose of race control and the stewards is to make sure that the experience is really focused on racing and not on just kind of, kicking other cars off the track. And that's something that, is completely different in sim racing than it is in analog motor racing, right? Because in the analog world, if you hit someone, it will A, cost a lot of money, B, is a safety concern, and C, you'll be able to see it because there is, scratches on the car and stuff like that, right? if there is a crash between two cars, it's not always the car in the back that is at fault. And this is something that only a human can see. And this is the thing that race control and the stewards as well are trying to take care of.
Onto the Hawthorn straight, and they're going to remain side by side towards Hawthorn's corner as a slow exit from Chloe Grant. And this is Jess White's opportunity to repass through white and black inside.
I'm going to show you what happened between Chloe and the white car and Jessica and the black car during the girls' race, and also how we, as the stewards and race control, looked at that incident. So, first of all, we here have the possibility to, switch from whatever camera we want to see. We can move around freely. We can show, whatever angle we want to. And what we looked at in this particular scene was, how it came to the incident. So, first of all, what we can see here, I'm going to play it in normal time, is that, Jessica tried to overtake Chloe. So she's here to the left of Chloe, and she knows exactly that Chloe is to her right. And she can also see that, when sitting inside her simulator. So now when approaching the corner, she still knows she's to her right. She hits her, and only afterwards goes onto the brake of her car. The Chloe, while driving, was already off the gas when this happened, and she had to steer the other way around, not to go off the track, and then she comes wide. So this completely ruins the race of Chloe, which is, the reason why we had to give a penalty to Jessica in that moment.
With race control's eyes everywhere, both Chloe and Jess received penalties in race 1, so their starting positions for race 2 remain unchanged. Now it's time for the boys' first race. Can they keep it clean?
We see the other drivers getting involved, getting in the zone for this very important race. Some drivers, this might be the most important race of their careers.
Let's take a look at the starting grid for the boys. Zach Sweeney starts in the final position of 8th. Alongside is Nathan Clifford on the 4th and final row. Ronnie Smith is in 6th after a tricky qualifying session, and Kai Bettini will start from 5th spot. But this is where things start getting really close. In 4th, it's Theo Mercouris. In 3rd place, it's Marcus Luzio, who looked so strong in qualifying. And then it's to the front row, the 2 drivers who have looked the strongest all weekend. It's Dylan Warren in 2nd, with Deegan Fairclough on pole position. Let's get ourselves ready as the lights are on and we are ready to go. Deegan Fairclough is on from pole position, and that's not the greatest launch from Dylan Warren as he tries to slipstream his way around the outside. No opportunity for him to do so. Monaco was a big snap there from Kai Bettini though. He is going to hold up Kai Bettini and walk up the order. Deegan Fairclough has been able to hang on. Zach Sweeney's gone for a spin up the Druids though, and he's dropped down the order. Theo Mercouris up in the 3rd.
So Nathan Clifford behind him, making up a position with Ronnie Smith there in the light blue cyan car in 5th place.
There was a spin there, there was a spin. That was Nathan Clifford going for a spin just ahead of Marcus Luzio going to 30.
Battle for the race. Dylan Warren round the outside. Can he make it? He's going to be on the curb on the outside.
He's gone too wide there. Oh, Dylan Warren nearly thought about it. This is the ride through Dinglesdale up towards Shinko. Massively wide there from Dylan Warren. Way too wide. And that is the massive mistake. Theo Mercouris comes through. Oh my goodness, that was close. Kai Bettini and Ronnie Smith both come past Dylan Warren. His heart will be racing now. You know he can feel the pressure on his shoulders right now. Not only his dad, not only the family, not only himself in the competition, but he just knows what is at stake here. Kai Bettini with the big chop on the fence. That one might be a little bit too much, and that's actually going to open up the opportunity for Dylan Warren to get alongside. They're very close, they're squeezing a little bit. This is on the Hawthorn straights, allowing Ronnie Smith to pull away, and that's Dylan Warren around the outside. This will be a lovely move into Hawthorns, and he has made it stick. Beautiful stuff from Dylan Warren. Kai Bettini tried to fight it. Drive-through penalty for Kai Bacchini, the driver in 5th place. A drive-through penalty being dished out from race control. A bit of a moment there from Nathan Clifford as well, as he just drops the wheel into the dirt over the right-hand side. Zach Sweeney just really applying the pressure to the rear end of Kai Bacchini.
Maybe the contact there between the two, with Sweeney there trying to get a bit of a run. Oh, this is not really the corner to radio deck. We've seen this come to blows earlier on in the deck, but be careful because Clifford's now getting the run on the back of him.
We have to move up to the battle for third because Ronnie Smith and Dylan Warren are separated by absolutely nothing. That was not going to work. Race control are going to say something, but for Dylan Warren, he tried going around the outside. It's always bold. You're asking for problems out there. Degenbeck on final lap of the race, final corner, crosses the line to take a victory here at Brands Hatch. 24,
that he was like a laser or something, that he just kept it doing what he does.
My heart was pounding the whole way through. I don't know how he feels. This is incredible.
One little mistake that nearly cost it all, but nearly 20 laps of Brands Hatch, like moving around everywhere, fighting the wheel. Yeah, it's just brilliant, fantastic.
Obviously, I hit the grass, I went off. I managed to save it, thankfully, and then I just see two cars flying past me. Once I got alongside, I was off, which seems to be a theme, but it is what it is. Because as far as I'm concerned, championship's gone.
Like, I'm just over the moon. We just got to do that again, and then we got the dream come true.
Jonathan Kendrick is a lifelong motorsport fan, so Racing Star was the perfect competition for Rocket to become involved with.
I'm passionate about motorsport. I've been in it since I was 17 years old. We have something called compassionate capitalism. We all have to make money, but we try and do it compassionately, so we give a lot back. And so I found it not only a nice thing to do to bring youngsters through, women through as well in particular.
The beginnings of Jonathan's career path owes much to motorsport.
I was expelled from school when I was 15. I'm dyslexic. Goodyear, Wolverhampton, believe it or not, had one of the biggest tyre factories outside of America. In that Wolverhampton was the racing division, and a little job came up for a dog's body. It was assistant to the sales manager. I got in, and basically I worked my legs off because I got no qualifications. So I was 17 years old. I worked weekends, 8:30 till 10:30 at night, and learnt the craft of racing tyres. And then I left in 79. I am going to be arrogant here, knew more about club motor racing than anybody else, because that's all I did. And I went round 10 tyre companies knocking on their doors, saying, you've got to get into motor racing, you know, for your brand. They all laughed at me and said, don't be ridiculous, except one. And that was a little unknown tyre company, and it was called Yokohama. I brought them into Europe. The chief compounder from Goodyear and the chief designer from Goodyear Racing Division hadn't got a job because Wolverhampton had shut down and took all the production back to America. So they joined me. They helped design the racing tyres, and it just went from strength to strength. And I sold it back to the Japanese in 1989 and got out of the sport. And now I'm in it bigger than ever. I adore it, and we're just going deeper and deeper into it. And it actually pays dividends for us as a brand.
It's now time for the girls to go again. After race one, the advantage is with Monica Bolton Ramos, but the fight is still on.
It's Charlotte Bell in 7th place. Jazz Shaw is in 6th place with an awful lot of work to do. Ella Wrigley completes the 3rd row with 5th. And then in 4th place is Macy Hitter, who's probably a little bit frustrated by that result. Then in 3rd, it's Jessica White, who is not happy with the end of race one after contact with Chloe Grant twice. And a penalty apiece has created instant rivals, with Chloe just ahead in 2nd. But out front, it's Monica Bolton Ramos, who leads the competition and starts from pole. Well, let's get ready then to decide everything of what's going to go on. They'll stand on the grid and we'll get the lights on once more. 18 laps will be put onto the board. position as they get over. That was a better start from Chloe Grant though in that white car on the outside. And the second phase launch from Bolt Ramos was enough for her to hold on to the lead. It's Macy Hitter though who's up in the second spot. Jess White is dropping backwards. Ella Wrigley's got up into 4 in the background. And there's the defensive move. Here comes Chloe Grant around the outside. She's on 19 points. She's gone all the way around the outside of Druids though. That was a superb move from Chloe Grant, and Monica Bolton Ramos instantly on the attack once again. She looks to the inside. She tries to attack at Graham Hill, but it's not there. In the background, Ella Wrigley's gone wide. Jess White's come straight back through and into 4th, and Macy Hitter is also on the scene.
And now Monica Bolton Ramos needs to do something about this, because if it finishes this way, Chloe Grant will be taking this championship.
Things are tight here for the battle for third. Things are tight for the battle for the race lead. And once again, Macy Hitter very, very wide through Graham Hill bend. Jess White's using this opportunity to pull away as a very defensive line from Hitter. Ella Wrigley might attack at the wall.
I don't think Wrigley's going to get close enough to actually battle into this curve, but she needs to now stay close through this sequence of corners. We saw what happened between Bright and White. She actually dived up the inside into Whitefield. That is brave move from Ella Wrigley. Backs out of it in the end though, as there could have been a lot of spinning as we saw earlier.
We have had the fastest lap of the race set by Monica Bolton Ramos. It was a 26.8. What did Chloe Grant do? A 26.8.
It's thousands of a second it's coming down to between those two drivers. So Ramos is getting close, has the fastest lap now, which means that they would be tied on points as well. Both getting 25 for one race and 19 for the other. As this is getting tense between these two drivers, 1.1 seconds as we come up onto the back straight once again on lap 16 of 18. This is the final race number 2 of the girls' final year. If she makes this overtake, the fastest lap won't even matter.
Yeah, she's got the slipstream now. She's looking particularly good. Oh, Chloe Grant's got wide. Chloe Grant is in the area. And that's it. Monica Bolton Ramos has taken the lead. Chloe Grant with a critical error. And Monica Bolton Ramos has taken the lead. She's crashed into the barrier and she is devastated.
With just 3 corners to go now, it looks like it's going to be a good day for her.
Indeed, ticks off one of the hardest parts of this track. Goes to Chica. Look how easy that is. Like that was keeping well away from the white lines into Sterling's. Nice and early on the brakes. One more corner. Start to believe. Start to believe. I know that foul shot. I hope her mum has rejoined us here in the MCME. One final corner to go then, and out of it, it is going to be 2 victories here at the Bolton final for Monica Bolton Ramos, as she should be our racing star. We'll have to wait and see. We'll double check it. But our finale here, you can see how happy she is, and rightfully so. She applied pressure at the right point, and Monica Bolton Ramos wins the 2nd race at Brands Hatch. Chloe Grant, dejected, devastated, 2nd place. The runner-up, that's going to be a rough one.
I just threw away, sorry. Speechless. It's incredible. I'm shaking so much. Yeah, it's changing my life completely. I've always wanted to get into motorsport. It's my only opportunity, so I knew I had to take it. Well, I needed a fastest lap, and I saw she pulled out 4:10, so I didn't have it. But I knew that if I stayed behind her, she would eventually make a mistake. That was my hope for all of the races, that if I was close enough, then yeah, they would make a mistake. If my slowest lap was faster than everyone else's slower laps, I would win, and they were.
Obviously, it's really demoralising. I'm really disappointed, but it's meant to be, and what is I can't do anything about it now. But Monica, she drove so well. She did deserve it. I think it's brilliant. For example, she's done nothing before this. She's just done sim racing. So the fact that ROKiT created this and they've actually succeeded in bringing a sim racer to actually become a real racer in the British F4 of all championships is brilliant. So yeah, congratulations to her.
Our winners in Bolton will be starting an incredible journey on the way to making their race debuts in the British Formula 4 Championship. Over the next few months, they will receive tuition from some of the best brains in the sport. They will undergo some intensive fitness training, full race sim sessions at the high-tech Teams HQ, and then they will be sent out to test a Formula 4 car, all to prepare them for their race debut in 2023. Now it's time for the second boys' race as they battle it out for this winner-takes-all final prize.
Let's take a look at the final race here in Bolton. Nathan Clifford will start from 8th position. Zach Sweeney just ahead in 7th place. 6th place will be Kai Bacchini after a frustrating first race. Ronnie Smith picked up a 2-place penalty for contact with Dylan Warren, so he'll be starting from 5th. And after his mistake in the battle for the lead, Dylan Warren has dropped to 4th. Marcus Luzio stayed out of trouble, and so he'll be starting from 3rd place. And then on to the front row of the grid, still keeping his dreams alive, it's Theo Mercouris in 2nd. But the man to beat is race 1 winner, Deegan Fairclough. The Rocket Racing Star Formula 4 Esports Competition UK boys race is about to get underway. The final of finals. Deegan Fairclough on the front row of the grid from pole position will lead us down towards Paddock Hill as we get underway for one final time as they're all away nice and clean. Great launch. Oh, there's been a good contact. He's already been sent around in the background. I think that was Dylan Warren who was off. We've had Luzio off. I think we've had Zach Sweeney and such off. Madness. Well, Ronnie Smith and Dylan Warren, 2 drivers who we wouldn't have been expecting to battle over 5th and 6th place in the late car grid, but that is exactly the situation we are in. Further issues for Dylan Warren. Into the slipstream, let's see what Dylan Warren can do. He's going to look to the inside, coming up towards Paddock Hill. The door is wide open. Ronnie Smith's not going to fight it, and after contact between the two of them in the previous race, this time we might not get some. Is the up and under though from Ronnie Smith, who's played his cards brilliantly there through Paddock Hill, as they'll go all the way around the outside. Warren's trying to make it stick, and Druids just been pushed off. Dylan Warren does finally get through into 5th place, but it's the up and under once again from Ronnie Smith.
And let's see if these two make contact once again. Let's hold on. Diving up the inside though is Smith in towards 30's corner, side by side, out of the back. He might make this stick actually. No, he hasn't, because Warren's kept it around the outside, and that is a really good defence from him.
We're getting a drive-through penalty for Dylan Warren, who comes straight into the pit lane. That's rough.
That is not the way that his day would have wanted to go.
There's someone who's looking incredibly serious at the moment. Deegan Fairclough, your race leader, as of this moment, leading by about 1.5 seconds over Theo Mercouris.
I can't go in there. It's so good out here because you can't hear the commentator. So yeah, that's why I'm out here, because I'm wearing out the floor. Someone come out just now and told me that he was still in the lead, so sigh of relief, but obviously, you know, how long, I think we've got about 6 minutes left. I swear this clock's going backwards as well.
Someone who is getting close is Luzio, just a couple of tenths now to Zach Sweeney up there in 4th place. Zach was 8th place pre-qualifier.
There's a bit of a look down from Marcus Luzio, who fires in down into the first corner at Paddock Hill, and that was a great little send from Marcus Luzio. Zach Sweeney read it though, and I think he's going to try and use the slipstream just to pull him along to try and keep Ronnie Smith at bay, who's 2.5 seconds back with only 6 laps left to go. As on the right-hand side of your screen, Zach Sweeney is defending from Ronnie Smith up towards Hawthorns as well. The battle for 5th place. Ronnie Smith's trying to go around the outside, is where he got the penalty in the previous race for trying to make a move on the inside. And now on the run towards Westfield Bend, here comes Ronnie Smith. He looks to it. He's getting it. And Zach Sweeney's been tapped off. Zach Sweeney into the gravel trap. Ronnie Smith as well. Kai Bacchini has come through and picked up both both positions, and Dylan Warren is there as well.
And as we come to start the final lap of the race, Luzio getting very close to Nathan Clifford, coming towards the outside, through the clearways, up into the Clark curve. That's not going to work out, so he's going to try and get a bit of an over and under as we come towards turn number 1. This is the final lap of the race. These two battling for the final podium place, and Clifford is holding on from the back of the grid. Luzio goes towards the outside. He's going to hold it all the way around the outside of Hawthorne. That's going to be so difficult. Clifford's going to push him out wide, but it's good, just about leaving him enough space. As we come towards Westfield Bend, still side by side between the two. Clifford still holding on the outside, but Luzio remains around the outside. 2 corners now. Can they make it a third that they go around? It looks like they're going to be holding on. And it's Luzio. He goes too wide though, and Clifford holds on.
Yeah, that was rough stuff. But here we go, line corner, Deegan Fairclough, and he's done it. It's 2 victories for Deegan Fairclough, and 26 points apiece as well. Fastest laps in both, and he cannot believe what has just happened. That is a life-changing moment for one young man. Absolutely incredible. Deegan Fairclough is on top here in the NCME at Bolton.
I'm literally over the moon. I can't express my feelings anymore. We've been given this fantastic opportunity, all of us lot, and we've been battling it out for 5 rounds now, and it's come down to the top 8. And yeah, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone in the room, everyone that's been supporting me along the way, especially Rocket, and everyone that's like put this on. It's been absolutely brilliant. I can't believe it.
Fantastic race. Well done to Deegan. He deserved the win. Drove fantastic. Shame I couldn't challenge him. Struggled at the start, which is what cost me. So yeah, it's been a fantastic event though. I've loved every minute of it, and yeah, hopefully if he gets bored of the F4 car, I'll have a go instead. But yeah, other than that, well done to him.
Put your hands together for Monica Bolton-Ramos.
I've always been scared for sport. It's my only opportunity, so I knew I had to take it.
Okay, and our winner for the boys, Deegan Fairclough.
This is definitely life-changing. This is a dream come true. As me and my parents have been struggling for a very long time, and this opportunity's come out, and we've managed to win it. And yeah, just life-changing, and can't wait to see what the future brings.
For Monica and Deegan, there's no time to rest on their laurels. They may have won the prize, but if they thought the sim competition was hard, it's only going to get tougher. Next on, the training starts in earnest as they must now prove they are up to competing in Formula 4.
Chatting with her, she seems awfully committed. As long as we've got the right programme around her, I don't see why she won't be ready.
I'm Deegan Fairclough, the winner of the inaugural Rocket Racing Stars competition. I'm now racing in Formula 4, fully funded by Rocket. If you want a similar chance, look out for the next Rocket Racing Stars competition coming soon.